Hey guys, it's been a while since I've done a rant, even though technically last week should really count as a rant, but yeah, today we are going to investigate like a little bit of a well, a little bit of a shift that I think has happened fairly, well, not really recently, like within the last 5 to 7 years. And I think it's very interesting, and I want to share it with you guys. We are going to look at the top of Steam charts at the store. What the frick? Okay. Can we have best sellers? Would like to see some best sellers. Pretty please. Ah, here we go. Top sellers. Global top sellers. Here we go. Now, this might be a little bit of bias, I just realized, but sorry, my cat wants me. What? I'm talking to the people. And anyway, there's actually two things that is actually happening right about now. And it's pretty plain if you actually see. You know what? I am going to disregard free products. Can I disregard free products? Edit. Okay, what the? Okay. This is, no. Alright. Let's look at these. Counter-Strike doesn't count. Because, one, it's made by Valve. So, you know, it shouldn't really count. Plus, it replaced Counter-Strike Global Offensive. There we go. So it's already got like a pre-installed user base anyway from that. But number two, very interesting. Slay the Spire came out at the same time as Marathon did. Now these guys have a development team size of 10 people. Plus, it's in early access. So, you know, you would think it's not gonna sell, you know, more than say you know, anything AAA, right? Let's look at Marathon, which has a suspiciously high rating. That's weird. Anyway, ow. Look, legit. Not many things like aggressively offend my sensibilities, but Marathon is one of them because that art style fucking hurts my eyes. It does. Anyway, this isn't about... What the fuck is that comparison? Similar to Deus Ex Mankind Divided. How? Anyway, that wasn't about this, believe it or not. This is, understandably, AAA game made by Bungie, makers of Halo, and also, Destiny 1 and 2, which I actually very much enjoyed. Played a little bit more of 1 than of 2, to be honest. Because, like, I didn't really like the, the campaign progression of that game. Didn't really like the online part of it. I just played it with, like, the single player. I basically played the base single player experience. Yeah, and so, yeah. Oh no, that's actually a lie. I did actually, play the first DLC for Destiny 1, like the Taken, or whatever it was, with, Mara Sov, I think was her name. Yeah. You would think that is more numbers than a lowly indie title, right? Well, it's still here. Yut. Let's go Steam DB. Oh, look, it's right at the top. Marathon. Okay. 38K. That's pretty reasonable. Kinda good. Let's check on a lowly, tiny game. Like Slay the Spire. Interesting. They released at exactly the same date, 10th of March. Whoops. Yep, see? 10th of March. Oh wait, 5th of March. Hang on. Yeah, 5th of March. This one's trending downwards. While the other one is, well, started trending upwards. Now it's stabilized. At about... $280,000. Yeah, it was... Fuck, that's... One, two, three, 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 28. That's 9 times. 9 times the player count. of a reputed AAA title. Now, what that shows me is, come on, grab on, there we go. What that shows me is a lack of, oh, here. Resident Evil Requiem, which stars a very improbably handsome Leon S. Kennedy, who's reputedly supposed to be freaking 50. Sorry, okay. You guys aren't allowed to know my birth date. I mean, I know I'm old, but that's why you watch me, but like, you know. No, exactly what it is. Apparently this guy's supposed to be 50. Talk about unfair objectification. What the heckins? Anyway, this game, I mean, this is really like two things at once, remember? It's a rejection of AAA titles versus, towards indie titles, but it's also a rejection of Western Western AAA games, like Resident Evil Requiem, or Requiem, as I like to call it, just because it pisses people off, towards, Eastern developed AAA games, like, Monster Hunter Wilds, which you saw back there. You saw my... Anyway. Yep, Monster Hunter Wilds. Oh, Monster Hunter Stories. Pardon me. Crimson Desert, which I'm unreasonably excited about. Okay, PUBG, no. Arc Raiders, another indie title. I don't even know what that is. What the frick is Over the Top World War II? Shh. Shh. Dota 2, again, doesn't count. Well, 76. Warframe? That game has been around since around 2011? Something mental? Where Winds Meet, that's another good one. Limits Company as well. Death Stranding 2. Another one from the East. I don't even know what Icarus is. What is this? Okay. And there's sandworms. It's kind of interesting. Repo. Another great indie game. Overwatch. From... God, the backstory behind this game is fucking hilarious. Overwatch, formerly known as Overwatch 2, formerly known as Overwatch. Oh, here's another one, Eugenics. Eugenics. Resident Evil 4. I'm actually kind of thinking of when that's going up back on sale. I'm kind of thinking of like buying that, as well as number 2. Super Battle Golf. I've seen hilarious videos of this. Tainted Grail Fall of Avalon. That is on special. I might buy this after this. Like, see, there is so many good games from like Eastern developers. Elden Ring. Like I could just like list off massive ones. That's another failure. Assassin's Creed Shadows. Yeah, I could just scroll on and on and on. Valheim. I mean, that's a little bit older. I don't know what Blossom is, but that looks it's like a bit of a riff. Dead Cells Reanimal, that's another one I've heard. Peak. Like, this is just like an innate like invention and reimagining of like literally everyone. Just oh, my cat was in an unexpected place. Are you wanting to get, you know, pay attention? Huh? Hey, hey, I see you. I see you. You're being cute. Wanna go? No? Yeah. Are you gonna be annoying? Boop. Like, it's really a trend that's been continuing in both directions for like a few years now. And it's because most game players have like, you know, realized how absolutely full of crap like AAA publishers actually are in the West. Because they just, well, one, they don't listen to their players. Two, they actively scorn other players for like enjoying other games, which I feel like is very like nonsensical. Because if you're a gamer and you make games, then shouldn't you make more games that like, you know, wouldn't you be happy that more games are like being enjoyed by more people? But apparently they're all like up in your face going like, oh my god, you only like this because the developers are fucking idiots. And I'm just like, dude, you do know that your place of work is actively like, you know, monitoring your like tweets and shit. So like they keep on doing stuff and they keep on finding out. And like, remember all that controversy, or so-called, that Stellar Blade? Just because a woman was, you know, semi-attractive in the game, it made everyone lose their fucking minds. It just makes me all very tired, doesn't it? But this is going to keep on getting worse and worse. My cat wants to go out. Dude. Hey, stop bugging me. It's like breaking my flow. Anyway. This is going to become worse and worse and worse if, like, you know, AAA doesn't pull their bloody finger out. I mean, it's even happened with one of my favorite, like, you know, strategy series of all time, Civilization. It's even happened to that. Like, that's like one of the last franchises I expected to actually, like, falter. But there you go. It's happened. They like apparently, you know, they like did the Skyrim thing where they just like shaved off too many like, you know, so quote unquote rough points to get more people to play it, and thus made it into a shallow puddle, just like every single other AAA game that, you know, becomes too popular. They just make it shallow and broad. A sea the size, I mean the puddle the size of a sea. But when they learn that their actions have consequences, this will keep on getting worse and worse. I mean, better for us, because we're getting more good games that don't give a shit about, you know, meaningless stuff like pronouns or, you know, what gender they are and whatever they spout and make it a central part of their identity. Looking at you, Veilguard. Oh, sorry. Dragon Age the Veilguard. Fucking stupid fucking name. I'm somewhat reminded of what Agent Smith said while he was interrogating Morpheus in the first Matrix film. We humans are a virus. We consume, we spread to an area, and then we multiply, and then we consume every single resource, and we multiply until everything is consumed. The only way we can survive is spread to another area. Certain groups of people have, in the West especially, have basically infected AAA gaming with this virus of so-called inclusivity. And they've made it so much a part of these AAA game studios that they're literally ruining them. Have, in the fact, basically enabled part of Ubisoft to be bought by Tencent in some cases. Just losing massive amounts of money, yet they keep on putting their bets on the same horse because I guess they're too deep down the rabbit hole. Because they spend so much time like being, you know, infected, that's all that they know, and they just must pump out like the same slop over and over again, even when it makes absolutely no logical sense. And what do indie games do? They actually focus and, you know, since they're games themselves, they make, like, you know, games that are suited to, like, one particular niche. Like, with Slay the Spire 2, a deck builder roguelike. And it's got them, like, massive amounts of acclaim. Or in the case of Stellar Blade, let's do like a Dark Souls-ish, like light, you know, combat aesthetic, but with a massively hot, beautiful woman. I mean, really, if we're being like more honest, it kind of riffs more on like Nier Automata. except without the massive changes of like gameplay style, but that's a whole nother thing. You can't adapt things to the, you know, the most amount of people possible, because if you do that, then you lose your business. Because that's the reason why there's a niche in the first place. Gaming itself is a niche. These companies do not want to say it is, but it is a niche. If you cater toward everyone that's even outside that niche, it will lose like literally everything that makes it a game, because it just won't work. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I think GTA 6 will be the, at least fail to meet expectations. Because I'm pretty sure the expectations for GTA 6 must be high as hell, because rumors about $2.5 billion have been spent on that game. Billion with a B. So yeah. And that's the sad part of it. AAA gaming, at least in the West, is dying. And well, actually, it's not even Eastern games, it's Eastern media in general. I mean, look at K-pop Demon Hunters. Look at how much anime, well, how much manga is like actually outselling Western comic books for like, I think it was like a few years ago, past it for like the first time. And like anime is being released down here in Australia in theaters. Like, the only movie I think I've seen this year is, well, actually, it was a re-release of Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. I went and saw that with my two parents, one of which who had never seen it before. And the one I recently found out is actually releasing this week is Project Hail Mary, which is based on a book by Andy Weir. Good book. You should read it. Anyway, anime is just becoming like loads and loads more popular, because you know why? One, actors and actresses won't shove, you know, absolute tripe down your throat, meaning you should, like, you know, believe in a certain thing, like what they believed from their ivory tower when they have millions of fucking dollars. They just make the thing and then shut up about it. And they just promote the thing only about the thing, which is what should matter all of the time. You know what? It's gone so bad. Like the whole like infection that I spoke of. I think this might have been like introduced before the new Japanese Prime Minister came into power. Apparently she's a metal fan, which is absolutely fucking amazing. They like actively closed like outside like Western companies' influence to like, you know, local and domestic like entertainment production. Because like there has been like a little bit of a thing with like localizers, like, you know, anime like literally changing what the Anyway, he said, you know what, I'll bring it up here, hang on. Oh wait, no, not that. Oh no, that, yeah. Let's take a look at, what is it? Kobe. Kobayashi Dragon Maid. Not the manga series. The anime dub. Picture. Here we go. Yep. Here's what the subs say. Toru, what's with that outfit? Lukoa. Everyone was always saying something to me, so I tried toning down the exposure. How is it? Toru, should try changing your body next. Funimation dub. Toru, what are you wearing that for? Lukoa. All these pesky patriarchal societal demands were getting on my nerves, so I changed clothes. Toru, give it a week, they'll be begging you to change it back. I mean, I'm sorry, but if I was the creator of this, I would be pissed as well. They are very much... It's very much understandable here. Very much so. I'm just saying, people are sick of this kind of shit. And, well, people know about it. Because, well, they're going to see, like, manga. Well, they're buying manga instead of, you know, comic books. They're buying, they're watching anime movies instead of regular movies. They're, you know, they're buying games like, you know, like Slay the Spire 2 or, Mass Effect. You know, older games. Like, sticking with that. Just like being, you know, frugal with their money and like actively choosing, you know, good investments over like, you know, very unlikely ones, which is often the case with like live service, with like Marathon, with High Guard, with any of these. And people are just like, people in charge are so absolutely confused about this, but it's not fucking hard. Just make things for the consumer again. That's all you need to fucking do. But they're not gonna listen because they're too ingrained in their ways. Anyway. Next week, I'm probably going to react to the latest Parrot-chan, Parrot 4chan video. He recently released one yesterday. So probably gonna react to that. Because you guys liked it so goddamn much last time. So yeah. Hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. In the meantime, I have been Purist, signing off.